I'm Sean Holly, and the course is called Macroeconomic Forecasting Machine Learning. I'm a professor of economics, and I'm also a fellow of Fitzwilliam College. The course looks at general issues concerning forecasting and model building, in particular macroeconomic model building. But although we emphasise macroeconomic model building, the same technique can actually be used. For example, if I work for a company and I was asked to forecast the sales of a particular product to the company, then these same tools could be used to actually produce software that can generate good forecasts, for example. Well, it's divided carefully between doing some basic theory concerned with the principles of macroeconomic modelling and the principles of forecasting, but it also looks at it in a practical way, in particular using the software package eViews. And that's a very widely used software package, particularly in the commercial world. And what I'll be doing is using that as a tool to further elaborate on the theoretical stuff that we also do. Generally, if you have some sort of it's helpful to be an economist, but it's not essential. As long as you have a reasonable quantitative background, and obviously everyone is familiar with using software on computers these days. So even though you might not have any prior experience of actually using eViews, it's a very easy program to learn, so we can quickly go through the basics of using eViews. But I think the great attraction from the point of view of modelling is that eViews is very, very good at constructing models very easily, because it's a so-called modular program. So you actually literally can drop equations and drop them into the model. So it's very easy to use, very, very modern, written in C++. So it's a very useful tool. So it's a very useful tool for modelling and therefore for forecasting. For these particular courses, we tend to get quite a lot of people, both from commerce, but also from government. So in the past, we've had people from the Majesty's Treasury, we've had people from the Office of National Statistics, because in particular, the Office for National Statistics, the model that they use for their forecasting is actually in eViews. And so they were very interested to see how they could develop the use of eViews in their own forecasting and modelling. What I haven't emphasised is the machine learning aspect of this. And that's because where machine learning comes in is in terms of so-called model selection. In other words, you might have an econometric equation that you're seeking to estimate, and machine learning provides you with a set of techniques which help you to actually construct the best possible model for your particular purposes. So that's how we use machine learning in the context of macroeconomic modelling. It differs from other uses of machine learning in other aspects, but that's how we use it here. Machine learning has become a very fashionable term, and a lot of people don't really know what it means. But in practice, it's very straightforward, and I seek to explain it in a straightforward way that people can easily understand. That's what we're trying to do, and that's the outcome we get by using these machine learning approaches. Well, one of the other things that we do also look at is there's a model of the American economy developed by a guy called Ray Fair at Yale University, which he makes available in eViews. And this is a fully complete model of the US economy. And it's also completely up to date. So it has the latest estimates of national income available for the US. So it changes 4 times a year because it keeps updating itself. And that's a very, very useful tool for understanding and modelling the US economy. And of course, the US economy is so important for many commercial companies around the world.